Well, let's go to twitch.com real quick. No, it's okay. What the fuck happened? If you don't know what happened, it doesn't matter. Don't worry. Okay. How do I highlight this? No. Y'all didn't see anything, okay? We don't fucking talk about that, okay? Nothing happened. Okay. Dude, I can't. Well, it was just my nuts. My nuts came and they be hanging. Let me tell you. All right, I have since fixed the I have since fixed the problem. See, we're okay. I can't fucking believe it. Oh my god. It was basically just the nuts. Like, you may have seen the bottom part of my shaft, but it didn't slip out, right? Right, buddy? Right, buddy? Mm-hmm. Basically. You didn't get to see where the differentiating line between the bottom of my shaft and the top of my shaft. That's all that, and that kind of sucks. Just the nuts. Dude, they got a mind of their own. How do I do measurements like this? Fire fit? Yeah, this is what I wore to bed. Hope you understand. No, sir, that's my Taylor's tape. Thank you. I know. I edged you. We'll start with the shoulders. How do I do that? Do I just like, do I go all the way around? Do I do like what do I do for shoulders? Do I just do like from one to the other? Where am I starting? Hey! Hey! That's my headset cord, dumbass! God, Fenty needs to learn to put away his claws. You'll see where the vertical line of your sleeve. Yep, right here. Like right here. So go from vertical line to vertical line. Seeing as my partner is just another me, BRB. Alright, word dog. You jacking off? Oh my god, the cats are loving the Taylor's tape. Dude, I've never felt more uncoordinated. What, I missed it? Yeah. So going from line to line, it looks like, oh wait, is the number on the bottom of the top? On the top. 60? Does that sound about right? It was a pretty pink tip. You didn't see it, dog. I know you didn't see it because the tip didn't show. 60, methinks. Oh wait, or wait. One, two. Yeah, so wait. No. 59? Yeah, 59. It'd be 59 centimeters. 59 cent no, yeah, 59 inches, just like my cock. 59 centimeters, basically. I don't know. I can't get exacts. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I'm gonna. I'll do marketing for your cock ring. Does that sound about right? James, next. Okay, noted. What's your sleeve length? Same. Start with the line until your wrist. Okay, to my wrist. So take this line. Hi, buddy. Gotta think about how I'm doing this. Fuck. Back. Is it bad to say 59? Maybe like 59 and a half? Is that bad? Is 59 and a half bad? Do flash us again? No. I do have the Lovance Solus. Mine is actually charging right now. It's right back there. I'll make it 61 for you. Okay. It looked like 59 and a half, but maybe it is 61. I didn't know where to go. I also didn't know where on the wrist to go. I think this might be a little larger of a shirt, so 61 sounds good. All right, what's next? Boom bum bum 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 bum. Should be a bit long. Do your waist. Is that just okay? Is waist here or is waist here? Like, cause this is like the hip area. This is where the waist on most men's stuff is. But then also like if we're doing high waisted jeans, it goes here. You know, like the top one, the upper one, or the lower one. Which one are we doing waist? A bit above your belly button. Okay, so right up here. Got it. I'm not gonna like squeeze myself, but I'm just gonna like make it a little taut. Oh, wrong side. Looking sweet, we were amazing. Don't fucking claw my cock, bro. I love you, but I don't love you like that. Um, 96. 96. Or is it like, wait. Is it 96 or is it, yeah, basically 90, 95, 96-ish? Was it loose? Do you want it to be like super, super tight? Or like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not like cinched. Like you see, I'm not like, you know, I'm not a super skinty guy. If I'm making it like nice and taut, like 90, then it would be like 90. If it's getting a little tight, then it would be 90. Yeah, 90. It was a little loose, I suppose. Yeah. Is that bad? Am I fat American? Am I fat American? Should be loose. If it's a little loose, then it'd be like a 96. How loose? Are we talking like this loose, looser than this, or like what are we talking? Dude, my calves were sore as fuck yesterday. I did like 500. What? I was out with my sister working. Well, she was doing the work. I just wanted to watch her and just kind of and we're just hanging out. It was so cold outside that I did like 500 body weight toe lifts or calf raises. Dude, that shit burned me out. I'm a 50, so maybe like 95. Oh God, Barry. Now I feel like I gotta lose some weight. I did put on some weight during my depressive episode, so 90 will probably be 90 might be good. I don't know. We'll see. I trust him. Now I feel. Now I feel self-conscious. I'm not skinty. Yo, I'm not skinty. I know that. I gotta lose some weight right here. Especially if I want to be a twink. I like cosplay like a twink. So plus here, man, I am. I do want to lose a bit of weight though. I was doing really well, and then I got hella depressed and hella stressed out from work, so things changed. But it'd be that way. It'd be that way. Hey, Bubby. They go crazy. He go crazy. He go crazy. What's next? What are we on next? Eh. Speaking of me not being skinty, one more. I'm down for as many more as you need. Y'all tried these things yet? They're like shortbread cookies. They got these over where you are. They're actually not too bad. I had a coupon for them. I'm down for Barry. I'm down for as many as you need. I want anything that you need. I'm fine. I tried it and was disappointed because they turned out to be biscuits. Yeah, they are. They're little cookies, but they weren't too bad. Your shoulder to the top of my ankle. All right, I'm gonna need your help on what the fuck the top of my ankle is. Are we talking like the top of my ball, like right here? Also, look at how veiny my feet are. Dude, nurse people be loving my veiny feet. I want to like wax this or like pluck these out, but we're talking like right here. All right, cool. Are my hands hot? Are they veiny enough? My shoulder to the top of my ankle. I can see them, boy. Keep them up high. Venti, you're not making this easy on me. Oh my god. Like, let me try that one more time. Let me just try it one more time. You're veiny enough, boss. Thank you. I don't get what the deal is with like women liking veiny hands and veiny arms and stuff, but you know. Hoo-ha, daddy's little president never found the evidence. Like 145, 146-ish, somewhere around there. Damn, I'm tall. Is that really long enough? I don't know if that's long enough. No, actually I guess so, because the head's about a foot. There is no way I wear 160. My tape only goes to 150. My tape only goes to 150, by the way. How loose do I need it to be? Like how tight do I need it to be against myself? Can I just let it drop and then take wherever it hits? Like let's go like the top of my shoulder right here. I don't know, is that way off? Eh, where does this hit? Right there. So like no, that's what it's hitting at. Yeah, how tall are you again? I am 6'4". Let me. That's my whole body, including my head. My neck's a little longer than most people. That's about 193 centimeters. 193 cent. Oh well, let's check. Wait, actually, 6'4" is 64. Like either between 193 and 195 centimeters. Because 64 is easy. Well, actually, no, that's 5'4". Wait, what? Yeah, 193. I'm 193. I'm 193 centimeters. You're taller than my dad? Whoa! Cool. Thank you again. It's hard to take Barry. Why are you apologizing? I literally don't know what I literally have no idea what I'm doing today for a stream. You know how badly I've been bouncing around. We are not publishing this. I need Here it is. This is the edited version without my cock and balls. This... Can I publish? This one is published. This one you can watch. What did you... Silo, what are you doing, man? Barry, you don't need to apologize. I'm really glad because I completely forgot. I forgot. What are some cons in the US calendar? Still, you're streaming. I am probably has it on a hard drive. I mean, I might save it in case people want to see it, but see the thing, Barry, the thing is, I'm streaming, yes. But do remember most of the time when I'm streaming, it's not like I'm not making a movie for you guys. Half the time I stream, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do when I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. I just enjoy the collaboration. You tell me you want me to look at something, I don't fucking care. I'll do it. Also, why am I so low? There we go. Hi. All right. So, is there anything closer to me? What's today's date? The 15th. Let's shoot for not the 15th. Let's shoot for not January. What's on my birthday? Nothing is on. There are no cons on my birthday. Oh, it is a Tuesday. That makes sense. My birthday's on a fucking Tuesday? Damn. There's one in Cleveland. PokeCon? It's a trade show. I'm not really interested. There's a Fur Fest in Baton Rouge. Where's Midwest Fur Fest? Is that still going on? There's not a Midwest Fur Fest? Was there one last year? Yeah. Oh, they're in December, so it just may not be updated yet. When is what is Chemo Kawaii? It's in Texas. I don't know. Well, actually, it's not too bad. Oh, it's closer to Waco. Okay. Maybe. Where was that? What is this? That's a college one. Let's see. Bye, boys, I'm the one you want. Ohio? Wait, yeah, when is Ohio Con? Is that... Oh, it's in fucking... That's in 2 weeks. Fuck. That's in Dayton. That's at the Nutter Center. I know where it's literally called the Nutter Center. I think is that Nutter Center versus... Oh no, it's not the Dayton Convention Center. I don't think so. Oh no, it's not the Nutter Center, but it's the Dayton Convention Center. That's so fucking close to me, man. Oh, Ohio Con. I was intending to go to this one. Fuck. Who are these people? I don't know anyone based off the name. Vicky. She's Vicky? Oh, it's a lot of... Okay. Who's Melissa Fawn? I feel like I know these three. What's she in? She was in Invader Zim. Oh, okay. Pimp. Name. Click back. That would be so... Are there any others in Dayton? Ohio Con. Yeah, it's not Dayton. What about... Cincy? What the Holiday Inn Cincinnati Airport? Oh, it's a 1 day. I don't really want a 1 day, man. I want a 3 day. Okay. What the fuck? Pokefest. Northern Kentucky Anime Fest. She is so pretty. She is. She's really pretty, right? Dude, I want to go to OhioCon. I might have to wait until next year for OhioCon. What, an Akron? So 1 day. There's one in BG. What's and a marathon? No, that's that. Oh, that's on BG. No, thank you. Excuse me. I don't want to go to BG. Dude, is there anything in Indiana? That'd be crazy if there's anything in Indiana. Like I go to PA. I go to Michigan. I could also just straight up go to Chicago. There's probably some stuff in Chicago, right? Fan Expo and Rosemont. Yeah, that makes sense. I might wait. I might do for fits. There's a few I want to do. I do want to get 3, admittedly. But I the thing is I won't have enough time to do it for I won't have enough time for not collectathon. Fan Expo, that's about it. I might shoot for this one in Chicago. Or Keep the Con. Wait, where's Keep the Con? That's in the UK? Fuck. What's the I'll have to look at this a little bit more. So I want to do I want to do the Ashes to Ashes Kaito. That's one I really want to do. I just don't know how to do like the fucking makeup, so I'll need help on that one. Back. That's one. What else would I like to do? What else do we think would be good? There is one that I want to do. There's a couple from Mecha City actors. But what the fuck is why can't I remember his name? It's because he's not one of these. He's like sort of kind of a main character, but he's like a secondary main character. It's fucking outer. Okay. Not the Snake of Revealing Eyes, but is it Konoha? It's Konoha. I want to cosplay Konoha. I was gonna say that, but I was like, that's a Blue Archive character. See, the thing is for 3 days, I want to have 3 different ones. Yeah, I want to have a Konoha fit. Well, I guess it's just. So I want to do one that I want to have an original chat. I want to have this fit. I want to have something like this. I want to do this. I want to is there anything bigger? I want to have Requiem Kaito. Dude, look at these fucking boots. I forgot how much. Dude, these are so dope. I want a Requiem Kaito. I want to have, Konoha. I don't know. Who else would I do? You ever done a Konoha cosplay? Oh, look at this twink. You know, yeah, the thing, these are easy ones for me to be able to do because there's something that since I'm a taller guy, I can do. Um, was it Guy Taba or was it Man Taba? No. Fuck. What the fuck is that Futaba guy? What? No, I mean, yes, these are all cute, but where's the dude with the fucking beard? That's one of my favorite cosplays I've ever seen. No. There was one guy who cosplayed Futaba, and he was just this like he looked like a fucking lumberjack that dressed up in these clothes. God, I can't find it. It was so fucking funny. What's another one I should try to even do, man? So I'd shoot for the one in Chicago. I could do that one. That's a pretty big one. Fan Expo, that's it. Wait, Neo. Hey buddy. Hey little crackhead. What else would be a good cosplay? What others? Oh, no. Oh my God. I showed you him yesterday. Dude. Either Maestro or Golconde. How would I even do Golconde? Fuck. About like, how would, dude? How would I do either of these? I think this one would be easier, but like, cause like, let's be honest. There are not many characters in Blue Archive that I could cosplay. If I was gonna do female, I'd have to do one that I'd probably do one that was taller. I would not be able to pull off like a Hoshino, as sadly as it is. Dude, these ones are simple. Like, not these ones. These two are simple, and it's simple enough where I could just purchase the actual, costume. But like, Godzilla the Fire. But dude, what if I had one complex? The issue with these is, dude, they have incredibly simple like outfits. It's just the head. I could buy. I could buy. I have a straight jacket that I could use. I could literally use my straight jacket. I'll just buy a cane. I have everything except the cane and then the picture frame. And then I would just need a picture frame that has both of them. Where I could do No way. I could do Francis. The issue is I'd be with my normal head here. But dude, I could do this. I could be Francis. And I could just edit myself out for the oh my god. Okay, wait, let me check. Where's my oh man, I might need to get a new jacket because the one you'd be so intimidating, that would be awesome. The issue I'm thinking of is So for my jacket that I have, let me put to my face cam on and turn this off. Actually no. So you see him. The jacket I have is like the right color and everything, but it's longer. It's long as fuck. It goes down past my knees. Like it goes long as fuck. So I want one that would go like up to here. I want one that's shorter than this. Like this one is awesome. Or if I could use this in a cosplay somehow, that would be awesome. What's this? What is this style of jacket called? Dude, this one would be so easy. Because I would just do all black underneath, and I get black gloves too. What is this style of jacket even called? So it is literally Inspector Gadget. Like the one I have is so I could just be Inspector Gadget. Like I could. I could be Inspector Gadget. That is another one that would be so easy for me to do. I'd have to like learn how to do my hair like that, but other than that, you know. The thing is it's not gray like his, but it's fine. Double-breasted trench coat. So the thing is, I don't want one that goes like okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I don't want one of these that goes like super far down, but I do want one like this, which goes like to a little like below the to my cat, like to my thigh. God, how I'm just gonna look on Amazon. I probably won't buy it from there, but like, let me see. Let's check. What is Golconde? So I might scrap. I want to one day do a Maestro cosplay. I would just have to make his head out of like paper mache, and then I like get a bald cap and then make up myself. I'd be like, this would be my makeup, and then the other one would be just a paper mache coming. I don't know. I don't know how I do it. Um, just like a simple trench, like calf length trench calf. Shut up, Rufus. Yeah, something like. Let me see. What does his look like? He kind of has like a dark tan. I could just do like a what's it called? Is that a tan? A beige? Chacho de los ojos tristes. What's Macintosh? Do you know anywhere to get good trench coats like something like this that's a little bit longer? It'd be a little bit longer than this. That's $1,200 though. Fuck me, man. Why is this, dude? These are expensive as fuck. Fucking hell. Oh, Neo just said the smaller ones are nicer. So I actually might do one. Actually, I feel like a smaller one would be better for me. I'm gonna be honest. With the belt. Because Golkon has the belt. Declamani has the belt. Okay. Ooh, maybe something like... something a little closer to that. But yeah. Dude, that would be so dope. That would be fucking awesome. That's something that I want to get now. I want to get one of these dude. This is such an easy cosplay for me too. The most expensive part is the coat, but otherwise it's just black gloves. I have black dress pants that I can iron out, dress shoes. Cause like they're specifically like nondescript. Okay. Okay. It's like I would love to do a blue archive character, but like who would I be if I was to twink myself up and do one of these? I suppose I could Hasumi is very tall, but she also has fucking hella honkers. So I guess I could do some padding. That would be awesome. That'd be hilarious. Who else is really tall? Who's like on the taller end? Rio is. Isn't let me. Oh, I could do Makoto. I would love to do Makoto. Where are you, Makoto? Where is she? Is she not here? Where the fuck are you? Not. I guess I could do Haruna. She's on the taller end. Actually, wait. Let me do blue archive characters by height. Nope. Oh fuck yeah, dude. Oh my god. Oh fuck. What's your name? I like never deal with you. What's your name? I know who you are once I see you. Ah, Sukuyo. I could do Sukuyo. She's the tallest. She's like one of the ninja girls. I could do Shun. Where's Shun? Oh my god. I would Mommy Shun? Dude. I would fucking love to wear dude. I want to be Shun so bad now. And I get well, if I do one of these, I have to have the gun too. So I'd have to get a model gun. This is the ideal form that I want. Oh my god, I want to cosplay as Shun so bad. Do a cosplay rehearsal? What do you mean cosplay rehearsal? Like 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 before the actual thing, I get here and I put on all my cosplays and I get into character and everything. That would be sick. I'd love that. Oh my god, Kerin is that tall? I didn't know. I knew Makoto. Yeah, where's Makoto? Where are you, my lovey? Where's my lovey, Makoto? Makoto. Oh, Makoto's here. Dude. This would be oh yeah, I'll do that. I'll get him ready and I'll do that. Dude. I do love Makoto. Like, holy fuck. She's so cool. She's such an idiot. She's so fucking stupid. But I love her. Where's the other Makoto? Makoto dress. Where's Makoto dress? BA Makoto dress. Oh my god, dude. Say a prayer for the new generation. Not a playable character yet, but will be soon. I would fucking slay with this, dude. I have a dude. The thing is, I got long ass legs. I have the peak feminine form. I just got to get snatched. Oh my god, dude. I have to. I would love to do this with a glass of brandy, cuz she is legal. Most like these are all high school girls. They're not, most of them are not 18. She's one of them. Love the shade of blue. Isn't it beautiful? I may or may not be like 25 centimeters taller than her. No, no, no. I'm like she's 179. I'm like 15 centimeters taller than her. I could work this out. I could get the headpiece. I could get the earrings. They make special Halo things for Blue Archive cosplayers. I just have to get the dress and then the gloves and the heels. Dude. This is a cosplay I'd want to do. Either Shun or Makoto dress. The issue I'd have here is I'd probably have to tuck, right? Yeah. Dude, I would love to do this. Oh, oops. Okay, so I'd get those. I would abso-fucking-lutely do a Francis and Golconde, like easily. Francis. Oh, this is Golconde Declamani. Declamani. I don't know. I don't ever remember how to say his name. Obviously Konoha. Requiem Kaito. Hello, Fenty. Fenty is being a needy little bugger. He's being so needy. Yeah, you're flopping all over me because you can't sit still like a good boy. Who else could I even be? I feel like that's who I'd do for. I guess I could also do Shiroko Terror, I suppose. She's taller. I think Terror is taller, right? Is Terror on this list? Probably not, right? No, Terror's not on this list. This is an older list. Dude. I just don't have the bosom for this, you know? But Shiroko Terror is very pretty. Don't look into the lore too much. That's a spoiler, like super hella spoiler. How tall is Utaha? I thought Utaha was taller. She's only 162? Damn, okay. Okay. Asuna's pretty tall as well. But then you get a lot of the NPCs are more where I'd fall. Dude. Fucking catch me outside as the Kaiser General. Or as the Kaiser, the guy, dude. Catch me outside as Big Boss. Probably wouldn't be him. I'd actually probably be the general. Or the president. Ooh, the president would be pretty good. This is totally doable. Dude, look at this fit. I want to do. The issue, like, I could get all the clothes. That wouldn't be. It would be the mask, and the cane. I guess the cane might be difficult. Dude, I would love to cosplay this guy. The one, if you remember, when I was thinking through these, I was like, oh man, it would be really cool to do X, Y, or Z. But then I was like, and I was kind of biffing over one of them. It wouldn't be this. I'd probably do the president. It was black suit because I'm like, oh man, it would be awesome to do black suit. And then I'm like, oh, I would have to really, really do this well. because I don't want it to look like blackface. No! Oh! Oh my god, why didn't I think of this earlier? This has always been one of my cosplay fits that I wanted to do. Where's with the fucking sniper, please? Oh my god. From my favorite manga of all time. One of the pro tags. Not the main pro tag, but one of the pro tags. His name is Sniper Mask, because he's a mask with a sniper. If you don't know the story, that's okay. Of this guy? Wait, of this guy? Of Sniper Mask? See, he's not even the one from this series that I would love to do the most. You want to know who I'd love to do the most? I want to do her. Because look at her hair. Her hair is the opposite of my VTuber. I want to... And she's pretty easy. I could just get like a wig or hair extensions or something. And I need to get the heels, but that's okay. And then it's literally just an AR. Is that an M16 or an AR-15? I think it's an M16. No, it's an AR-15. I always get them mixed up. Yeah. Wait, what? Yeah. Oh, it's an AR. Wait, yeah, it is an AR-15. I didn't say right? Right? Like, don't get me wrong. Okay. The reason he became so popular, one, for cosplay, he's easy. He's so fucking easy to cosplay. Two, he's a main character. Three, the anime came out, and apparently a lot of people really like the anime. I'm honest to God, I read the entire manga first. I read it as it was coming out. I loved the manga so much. Dude, the anime fucking blows. The anime actually sucks. The manga is incredible. The anime sucks so hard. But he's easy, so it's like, okay, you know. And you don't have to worry about makeup or anything. Actually, you would kind of have to worry. Spoiler alert. Where is the one of him with his mask off? Where he's like sitting. Yeah, here he is with his mask off. Sniper mask on side of face. Where's the panel, man? Did they not show that panel in the fucking... Do they not have that panel in the anime? There's a panel in the anime where he's sitting down and he's like, "Hey girl, turn around. You're not allowed to see like turn around, like I don't want you to see my face." And he puts it on the side of his face. Oh, also, dude, Dealer Mask is so hot. So you see her right here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Woof. I would do anything for her. I would do absolutely anything for her. Oh my god. Oh, woof. I love her. Oh, and then here was the other one I was thinking. Fuck yes, dude. Oh, I love this woman. What does she look like unmasking this show? Oh, she looks pretty normal. God fucking damn. I love this show. This manga so much. Anyway. I would love to be her. I would love to cosplay Dealer Mask. She's my favorite character in the show. What are all the other who are they? The Guardians, that's right. The first Guardian we meet would be the Soldier. Soldier would, yeah, he was chapter 28. I forgot. He'd be pretty easy to do. These are like, so if we little bit of a lore explanation. You see Sniper Mask has a happy mask on? He always does. These are like the low-level evil guys. The ones with happy masks are low-level evil guys, or whatever. They're the pretty normal ones. The angry ones are like, there's 5 of them. So they are like the elite. There are different types of masks that you have like the angry ones, which are the elites. You have the neutral face ones, which are like basically NPCs. They don't do anything. Miko, she would be cute. I wouldn't be able to cosplay her. Otto, and then yeah. Sorry, there's not 5, but there were 5 to start, I should say. Oh my god, I forgot. We don't talk about him very much. So yeah. Anyway, I need to reread that. I started rereading it and I reread it again. Who are there any other NP? Yeah, there was Black Suit, which I was like, I'm gonna have to be very careful if I ever cosplay this guy. Dude, I would love to cosplay for Nepotes. But how the fuck would I? But how the fuck would I? Love they actually have masks on. I usually cosplay characters. Yes! Yes! It's awesome, right? It's so easy for cosplayers. I would love to do this cosplay, but how would I? I would love to do for Nepotes, but how would I? One, if I was to do another woman, it could be Barbara. But Beatrice would be my first. Barbara is good. She's fucking cool. She doesn't say anything, really. She's just a super sick character. Beatrice, though, I showed this yesterday, too. I would love to do this. Look at this fucking face. All the eyes in her head. I don't know how I'd do it, but... I would never be able to, okay, Decagrammaton. Wait, why the fuck is Decagrammaton on here, but not fucking, like, Bina? And, oh yeah, I forgot Decagrammaton. This is a hear me out, also, just so you know, this is a hear me out. This fucking vending machine is a hear me out, but we don't talk about that. Dude, I would love to be able to, like, where the fuck is Bina? Here it is. If I could somehow cosplay this fucking snake, I would. Just so you know. I would fucking cosplay the snake in a heartbeat. These people don't know. Ain't no one here know. Ain't no one who... No one... I just want to meet someone who is, like, as knowledgeable at... Or even just a little bit less, more knowledgeable than me about Blue Archive. This vending machine. I was trying to look up that vending machine yesterday, but I was killing myself. Like, I don't know how the fuck, you know? How do I do that? How do I get there? But yeah, I think those are some ideas that I can work on. I would love to do this. I don't know if I saved this yet or not. If I could get it, I don't know how the... That's the director mask, but like I want the president mask. Go, 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 shawty. It's your birthday. We gonna... Dude, that's a fucking awesome mask for the... Oh. How would I even go about making his mask? Other than what you've shown? God, how do I... There is like so much more. See, the thing with Blue Archive, the issue I have with... I can't talk to people about it very often because it's not like easily boiled down. It's high schools where all the girls are fully equipped and kitted out with their own weapons, and they learn how to do that, and they all have halos, so they can all shoot each other, but they can't die. The halo keeps them alive forever. But there are evil corporations and entities that they have to fend off from their area, And you are a guy who just kind of gets put in there and is like, you don't remember anything, but the previous student council president, who the student council is not like, oh, haha, we're in charge of the school. They're in charge of the entire land, which is known as Kivotos. She went missing, but for some reason entrusted you. You don't know her, and you don't know what she looks like. With being in charge and kind of not necessarily taking her place, but being a part of this school Shale, Schale, which is the leading party, which is the leading governing authority of Kivotos. And so you have very important things, and you are kind of in charge of all the other schools, or like leading them, like a mentor or an advisor. But Shale also has their own things, like the like fucking sorry, not Shale. The General Student Council. Sorry, that's it. The General Student Council. So Shale is an extra Shale, which is what you as sensei will pull up. Where's the doodle? This is the doodle. This is Arona made this, who is also part of Shale. Shale is an extrajudicial entity that works outside the bounds of the General Student Council. So you can conduct your own things, you have your own building, you can invite students over, you can kind of hear their woes, you help them out, you do a lot of these things. But you don't have complete and utter authority. The General Student Council still works and maintains the area and has Rin, who is the acting student president, while the actual student president, as you can see right up here, is there. And then everyone has their own little area, like, oh wait, is this? Yeah, you have the financial office, the administrative, the transportation office, you have the office of defense, all this kind of stuff. You have, there's so fucking much. You have 2 special academies known as the SRT, which is the special, whatever, it's a special academy, and the Valkyrie, who work for and under the General Student Council. But every other school takes up a section of the world, and each school also has a certain political or religious ideology that they are based upon. So Trinity is based upon Catholicism and Christianity, while Arius is built upon a sect of Catholicism that broke out in, I think, the 1400s. And then you have Gehenna, which is not based in like Satanism, but is based in a very like anti-Christian ideology and very much more like freedom of self, not atheism, but deism that is against the ideas of Christianity and Catholicism. So much more free will, freedom of self, that kind of stuff. Then you also have atheism, or science, or like very science-based, not Scientology, but science-based atheism, which is Millennium, who are the technologically advanced school. They do all that kind of shit. And then you have a bunch of others. You have there's one that's based upon just fucking Soviet Russia. Skipping this song. I'll switch my robot off. Yeah, we'll do this one. You have one that's based upon like Confucian Chinese teachings. You have another Chinese school. I can't remember exactly what it's based on. There's a whole fucking lot of these schools. Hyakyako and Shahjahang. Hyakyako is like the collectivism, is very much more the collective Chinese culture, like before it kind of became the collective that it is now, like the China that we know today. Back when it used to be a bunch of different cultures, minor cultures that all kind of worked on to be the same Chinese overall. That is what Hyakyako was, and then Shangjiahong is a lot more of this is like the more modern Chinese area of this. Abydos is literally, there are 5 students currently, and each of them are based off of an Egyptian god. They are very much they are in the desert. There are only 5 students because there was a great sandstorm that came in and wiped out it and the city that it was built, that was built around it. So no one lives there anymore except these 5 students. And so it's very much based off of ancient Egypt.
Valkyrie is obviously, haha, you know, Norse, but it's very loosely Norse. It's more of a it's a police academy. They're the ones that work for the Greater Student Council. Red Winter is the one that is the Soviets. Arius is the one that's based off of Trinity, or based like off of the Exiled group. There is the School of Journalism, which isn't based off of much. They just kind of are like, hey, we are characters to be plot points that to basically say, hey, this thing is going on, and then that kind of moves the story forward. A new one, there are two new ones that aren't really based on any religion or any religious sects, which I think are really cool. You have the Highlander Railroad Academy, which is where the Shupogakis come from, which I have shown on stream before. The Shupos, the Gakis, these cute little, they're these autistic children. I love them so dearly. Look at the Shupos. They're so cute. And then a couple of others. They basically manage all the railroad services. And then the Wild Hunt, which is a very, very recent one. It basically is artistry as a general idea. And then there are a few other ones that are currently in the works. So it is a lot to take. I can't talk about Blue Archive because it's like, what the fuck do I talk about? Like, how do I boil this down? Because if I say school, it's not school as we know it. It is school as in they are their own countries, essentially. They are basically their own countries. It's like, I guess it's like a geopolitical, geocultural world where most people, and all the NPCs are basically little animal people. I don't know, man. Like, fuck. How do you even... What is Blue Arc? It's a real-time strategy gacha RPG developed by MX Studio under Nexon Games. That's the gameplay of it, but that's not like how, like the actual story of it, which is the issue. There is also its own there's its own Chinese version, and there is which is from Yostar, and then there is also an animation. There is a the music is also amazing. We haven't been listening to it here, but the Blue Archive soundtrack is fucking awesome. Like, I'm so glad that Was It a Cat I saw is finally on Spotify. There's also these guys called Gematria, which like they're not even the real big bad guys. They're one of the big bad guys, which is where Maestro and Golkon come from and all that. Where they are basically these individuals that have somewhat supernatural power and have the ability to understand that outside of the world of Kivotos, and that to break the fourth wall somewhat. There's 5 we know today. Well, sort of 5. So we have Black Suit, Maestro, Beatrice, and the Underground Dweller, who doesn't have an actual name. But then you have Gokon, Decalamini, however you pronounce it, and Francis, who are all basically sort of one character, but not really. These guys, one of them, his name is Maestro, the guy with the 2 heads. He creates a bunch of these supernatural beings. And they, what is it? They are creations of his for the sake of art. So Hieronymus is this like like priest style character that is supernatural. He also created like Gauze, which is this cat's magician man who is affiliated with Slumpia, which is an area. And then you also have Shido and Kudo. Okay, Kudo. Is there not? Wait. Do we not have Shido and Kudo on here? Oh, here they are. Shido and Kudo. There's the guide, but can I actually go to the actual Shido and Kudo? which are also based on Slumpia, which is this like mystical, supernatural, evil, like what is it? Like not circus, but like theme park. And then you have an entire. I thought it was an anime at first. Oh yeah, the animation's based off the game. It is absolutely. So you have these guys. You have Gematria, who are creating these supernatural beings, and also are part of what's not the Twilight. What's it called in Terror? Shiroko. Come on. What is it called? The Iridescent. The Iridescence, or the Chroma. Is this being beyond anything, and if you see it, you basically lose your humanity and are completely consumed by whatever your most negative feeling is. It is a godlike entity. And then you also have another godlike entity, which is Decagrammaton, which is the fucking vending machine, but we don't talk about that. That creates these supernaturally intelligent artificial intelligences that are based off of the Kabbalistic mysticism of Judaism, of the 10 prophets, which are Bina is one of them. So you have Keter, Chokma, Bina, Chesed, Gebuda, Tifereth, Netzach, which has yet to be seen, which has yet to be played, Hod, Yesed, and Malkuth. And then there are other parts of it, because they're... Dude, there's so fucking much to this game. There's so fucking much to the lore of this game. And then you also have Malkuth, which is one of the 10 of the tree of the Kabbalah, which is created by Decagrammaton, which then the thing is, this prophet was created by these 3 other Ein Sof and Or, which all resemble the was it Confucian or the Chinese belief of see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. So Ein is speak no evil, Sof is hear no evil, because you can see the little parts over the body part that they're not supposed to be using, and then Or has no eyes. And it's like, what the fuck, dude? There's way too much to talk about. There's so much to this story. And it's why it's so difficult to actually talk to people about Blue Archive. Because even most people who talk about it don't actually care about the story that much, which is okay. I have no issue with that. I think it's a fun game by itself. But the lore is so fucking insane. Oh yeah, and with the Chroma, with the Iridescence, you also have an alternate version of your character known as Phrenepetes, who was unable to save his students in his world from the Chroma, so he gets fucking killed, and he leaves his fucking credit card with you. He leaves his credit card with you, and then he crumbles away, and then you take his world's version of Shiroko, which is one of the main characters. You take her, and both of them coexist in the fucking world with you. It's so much. There is so much in Blue Archive. And it does genuinely upset me when people are like, it's just a Gunnar game. Because, like, you know, I get it. Oh, and I'm going to go ahead and spoil shit, okay? Plena is also from that same world. Because the Shisum chest is basically this fucking tablet that you are given that has an operating system known as Arona. And Arona, this is Arona. She's a very popular character. She's very cute. She's my daughter, and we love her. We love Arona dearly. She has so many different costumes because she's basically a VTuber as well for Nexon. And so Plena is also a Rona, but Sensei's like, fuck. He doesn't actually say that. He's like, we can't have you be the same name, so we'll name you something different. And so then both of these operating systems, so this one comes over to your world, into your tablet, and they live together. But the issue is, that makes Arona very tired. So Arona is basically always sleeping until you actually need her, which is kind of sad. Because there's too much, you have these two tremendous sources of power into this one, like, casing that is only supposed to have one of them, so they constantly have to kind of switch on and off, which is very sad. Which is also cool because that president that you don't know, that we haven't seen before, looks suspiciously like Arona, which is the operating system in your tablet. And you see her in visions, either when you are asleep or when you're basically dead. Thank you. Sorry, not to go off. I went off, of course, but I do love this game. I love Rinny. Rinny's very pretty. I love all the characters except for this one. Kaya can go fucking get she can get her shit punched. This bitch right here can get her shit kicked in. I would kill her in a heartbeat. I hate her so much. She is the only character in the entire game that I truly genuinely hate. Either way. I digress. Sorry, Barry. Dude. Oh my god. I love Blue Archive. It's so good. Everyone calls me a gooner for it if they know what it is, and I'm like, you don't understand. Like, I like it because they're all so cute, and there are a few, like Shun, she's mommy. But they're all cute. Alice, or Eris, depending on what localization you're in. She's my daughter. Arona's my daughter. Like, Yuka is my 100-kilogram wife. That's very funny. It's a joke, but whatever. It's not, I don't do it before the gooning. I do it because, dude, the story is so it's so much. There's just so much there. Oh my god. And then the last thing I'll say on it is there are koans. So if you don't, what religion are koans part of? Koan. They're Buddhism? They're Buddhism. In Blue Archive, there are 7 koans. We don't know all of them yet. They're still coming out. But koans are basically proverbs that are meant to they're meant to be vague. They're not meant to be understood. They're meant to cause you to think on them. Like some proverbs, like, you know, give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day, but teach a man a fish, he'll eat for his whole life. Those are very easy and easy to grasp. There's a lot of those within most religions. I know Islam has many. Catholicism, Christianity have many as well. There's an entire book called Proverbs in the Bible, actually. And they're but those are specifically meant to teach you something about the world and that around you and life, while koans are proverbs that are not meant to be understood generally. They are meant to be paradoxical many times and not be straightforward, you know? But there are also questions, like the second of the koans. The first one we learn is that can understanding, actually, no, this isn't the first, this is the second one we learn. Can understanding that which is incomprehensible allow us to understand? That doesn't make any sense. You can't fucking, like, that. It's completely paradoxical as you think about it, but it gets you thinking about more deeper things than just the saying itself. The first one you do learn about in this is, wait, is that the one? Which one is it? Yes, can you prove the truth of those who have reached paradise? Because if you've reached paradise, you will never go back to where everyone else is. You will never go back to that which is not paradise, because if you were to go back, then it would not be paradise. It would not be good enough to stay and to devote yourself to that area. And then whatever. There's a lot of these. Is the truth that does not exist really the truth? Blah blah blah. It's a lot of that. I love these. I love when these come out because this is the type of shit I love. Some people view it as completely like prissy or very uptight, uppity. I love this stuff. I love poetic meaning. I love that. Like if you look into the channel, what was it? The Sneaky Contemplations channel, I fucking everything I type, everything I write out about stuff is so like poetic when it comes to my characters. So, but yeah. They don't get it. They don't see what I see. Some people do, and there are a lot of people online. I just haven't met a lot of those people, and like I'm fine. The only people who ever sit there and like, oh, you're a gooner for that, they're online. The internet is just a place for others to be able to be mean and rude and vent their own frustrations from their own life without having to fear any backlash. And that's just part of it. The internet is specifically tailored to be able to extract the strongest emotions from people because they fear no consequences from those emotions. And that's understandable. That's the real. It sucks for people who genuinely feel emotion and get hurt by those things, and I hate that. But it is also the way of the internet. Thankfully, I've never met anyone on IRL who's like, ew, wow, or like hated me for it. Some people are like, that's kind of weird, and I'm like, that's fine. It's not your cup of tea, you know? Yeah, I keep my interest to myself. I'm able to do that online, like while I'm streaming, because if you don't agree with me, and there's two routes. It's either, oh, okay, that's fine, I'll sit in, actually there's three routes. Oh, that's fine. I don't agree, or I don't get it. I'll still sit and chat, and we're chill, and we're cool, and we understand that on a human level. Or, oh, this isn't for me, I don't really care, all right, I'm gonna leave. And I'm like, okay. And then there's the people who are like, ooh, I hate you, blah blah blah, this is the internet. And then I can ban them. And it's just so easy. So, yeah. Wait, did Izuna get a new wait, did she get an, oh my god, she did. Holy fuck, I forgot. Anyway, sorry. You're almost 30? So what? Do I just off myself because I'm almost 30? Dude, that's crazy. I hate the fact that as you get older, you're not allowed to have interests. Like, what? Why not? Why am I not allowed to be interested in things because I'm getting older? I'm about to be 25, and that's like a pretty ripe age for being interested in things. But I've still got some people who are like, why do you play video games? You're an adult. Not even just old people. But I'm like, why does it matter to you? So many people I see who say things like that to me, I watch them just sit on their ass and watch TV. Like, that's all they do. And I sit there and I'm like, you don't have any interests. The only interest that you have is something that other people feed you. You're not able to stand up and go out and do something you enjoy, or go out and find other people who are like-minded and enjoy something. You can't enjoy something. All of your emotional fulfillment comes from outrage that you see on the news, or comes from what other people are saying, and you feel the need to agree with them. Because if you don't agree with them, then you feel like you're in the out crowd. Because you can't be in an in crowd because you're not willing to get off your ass and find people who agree with you. Even when I was at 20, you're an adult. I hate it, man. I would rather be a cringy weeb than a husk of a person. I'd rather be some cringe loser on the internet than a husk of a person who has no fulfillment in life. And this is not part of the just let people enjoy things argument. People should not just be allowed to enjoy things. There are things people should not enjoy. People should not enjoy pedophilia. People should not enjoy being rude and either racist, dehumanistic, anything like that towards other people on the internet. That's not a thing people should do. You should be genuinely cordial, maybe not cordial, but genuinely have other people's interest at heart. Not everyone should be allowed to enjoy everything they like. I don't think, this is a hot take, I don't think stop kink shaming. Yes, true. You know me. I am one of the most sex positive people you'll probably ever meet. Not saying I'm one of the most sex positive people out there, but one that you'll ever meet or hear, because most people who are more sex positive than me are not willing to talk about it because of how misunderstood they get. I am all for kinks and fetishes. I love it. I love hearing about it. I love learning about new fetishes. That's what my fucking that's part of what my fucking senior thesis was on when I was in college. Pedophilia is not a kink or a fetish. It is fucking illegal and disgusting. You know what's a kink or fetish? Me liking the idea of fucking or getting fucked by a ghost. Dude, that's a fetish. You know why? It doesn't harm anyone. It doesn't hurt anyone. It is simply something that can bring people together. It may weird other people out. Okay, they can walk away. Other people, I know some people who have agreed with me. Or like CNC, while that is a very tight rope to walk, people are capable of doing it. If you are openly communicating with your partner and you would like that and you agree with that, more power to you. Be healthy with it. Rape, though, is not a fetish. It's fucking illegal and it's taking away other people's humanity. Kinks and fetishes are so misunderstood because sex is so taboo in so many cultures. Kinks and fetishes are not meant to ostracize people. They are meant to bring people together with their partner or partners, I suppose. Whatever. Things like rape and pedophilia, and though, that is not bringing someone together. That is dehumanizing and taking away from another person. CNC has always been a thing, and I have an issue with its rise of popularity because CNC is becoming popular because of people who want to try and use it as a way to mask rape that they think they should do, and that is not good. I've always been a proprietor of it. Like I think it's hot in certain areas, but you have to be very, very communicative and very mature. Most people like it because they want to have power over someone else. A lot of the things that people claim, oh, it's just a kink, why let me do it? Those are things that they use for power to exert over other people so that they don't have to feel repercussions, like rape and pedophilia. Most kinks actually empower both parties. They humanize both parties because both parties are able to extract sexual or even emotional or physical relief or gratitude or good feeling from whatever means they have, from whatever medium they're using. But most people are trying to use some of those currently to what's the word? To rationalize why taking power away from someone else is okay for them to do, which is not. So it is a trend, and it's a very scary trend. It's a very scary trend. So, like bondage is another one of those. Some people love the feeling of being powerless and at someone else's control. That's up to them. That's how they get that sexual pleasure. That's how they get their pleasure. Some people like having that dominance over it, but the issue is that is perfectly fine because both parties agree. I am extracting pleasure from this. I am becoming closer to my partner, whoever I'm with. Something like non-consensual sexual acts, that is not both parties. Things like BDSM are very consensual. You have to consent. Things like rape and other non-consensual sexual assault, one party is not consenting. So it is a power dynamic because one person has the power of another person, and it is like they are a predator. They are preying on that person, which is not the same as predator and prey. Some people do like that, but it's taking away the autonomy of another person, which is awful. Which is why I'm so like there is necessity for sex to become more known in the public eye, but not in this way. The fact that so many people are so repressed has caused all of this to come out of the woodwork. sex has never been handled properly in the public zeitgeist. So many people have negative um or no understanding of sex and consent and pleasure with other people. And that's the issue. That's the main issue. So, may I ask a question? You are completely free to ask a question, Barry. You may always ask me anything. If for some reason I do not want to answer a question, I will simply say that. But that does not mean you cannot ask questions. You can always ask questions. Ooh, this would be another good this character. I've seen cosplays of this character. This is a fucking good one because it's masked. If one thinks they are asexual, how do they know for sure? I must say that is not an easy answer. That is a difficult question to answer. I will be giving you an answer, but I want to say there is no one-stop shop, no silver bullet that can answer that for you. That is something that, let's say, theoretically, you think you're asexual, which I'm assuming maybe where this question is coming from, which I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you are thinking about these things. You don't have to say you are. You don't have to say you aren't. But one thing that is really important is it takes a lot of introspection, saying, do I like this? Does anything even thinking about this bring me pleasure? And if you think no, then try it. Try that label. That's what I did for a while. I thought I was asexual for a while, but then I realized I'm not necessarily asexual as I am more, I enjoy the idea of sex differently than other people. I don't necessarily think I need to ever have sex. A lot of people, they're driven by that in certain ways, and it brings them that closeness with their partner, and that's fine. But for me, I take it in a more intellectual route. You know, I think I enjoy physical pleasure, but most of the time, I don't need it to be sexual in nature. Sometimes I just like it, you know, romantically. I'm not a romantic, and I never will be. I don't think I could ever use that. There's also something to note that there is such a thing as a romanticism, where if you don't like romance, but I don't think that would fit you. Maybe it does. I can't choose for you. But one thing I would say is you can't just sit here and be like, oh, I know now. I know yes or no whether I'm asexual. I think try saying that. But I don't know exactly. Try. You don't know if it's fitting. Try it out. Take it for a test drive. Think of yourself as asexual. Let your brain, as you think about it and as you sit there and think, I think I'm asexual. If your brain is giving you cognitive dissonance, then maybe it's like, maybe I'm not. Maybe there's something else. And then it's less of, I know the answer right now, and it's more of, who the fuck? Hey, Greed, thank you for the grippers. Hello. I forgot about that. Why am I so tall now? Why did it make me so tall? Why am I here now? Anyway. It's less of, I know what I am, and it's more of, I think I might be like this. Let me try it out. Let me say I'm ace. Let me say I'm arrow. Let me say I'm whatever. Maybe I'm gender ambivalent. Maybe whatever. It doesn't matter. Let me say this. Does this feel right? Or do I have this cognitive dissonance that's like, maybe this isn't right? Try something like that, I'd say. That's what I did when I said I was ace. I thought I was ace, but I was really in a bad relationship with a bad person where I wasn't being fulfilled, and I was feeling pressure and shame from a lot of other people. And it was less of I'm ace and more of other people are trying to sit there and be rude about it and be awful to me for my sexual thoughts and my idealism with it. And so it manifested in a similar way, but it wasn't within, it was from outside. And I realized, okay, that's not really how I am. So I said, I dropped that. I'm not arrow. I'm not ace. Do I know what I am? Not entirely, but it's less of knowing what you are and having it and fitting that role, and more of learning more about yourself and coming to know yourself, your body, your mind, your spirit more. Because I don't think, I'm not speaking to you as like a religious leader or whatever. I don't think, whether it be Jesus, God, Allah, anything like that, I don't think that we, or whether or not you, even if you want to take a very atheistic or agnostic view, I don't think we as humans, whether you should basically not try to understand ourselves. I think we all have a duty to ourselves, at least, to understand our body, our mind, how we operate, and to continually learn and develop and grow through that. If you're religious, I think you also have the duty to your creator. Because I don't think anything that specifically designed and created you would ever want you to not care about yourself, because you are its creation, and if you shirk that and if you push that away, that is doing a disservice to your creator. And if you're an atheist or whatever, I think if you do not care about yourself and do not choose to grow that way, you are doing a disservice to yourself. So that's my thing. So I think understanding where you fit with sexuality is a big thing with that. So wait, Sneaky, yes, Jeff? Sorry, I'm getting very much right now. What's up? Remember at one point I'll give you a link to control it. That's all for today. Okay, yeah, I'll give. Are you talking about? Do you actually have a cock ring? I thought this was like, I thought this was I thought this was like, haha, funny jokes. Because I think it's charged. I actually have my Solus right here. Oh, you don't have one? Oh, never mind then. Well, never mind. Well, don't I look a fool? You supposed to get one like a month ago? I don't know if I want a cock ring. I'll be honest. So, why am I so big, man? I am so big. There we go. You know, actually, one of the reasons I got the Solus is because I wanted to distance myself from things like masturbation. Because like I don't want to become an engine where I satisfy myself completely. Because at that point there are some issues, like I'm not sitting here and speaking against like sexual pleasure or whatever, but there are certain issues. There is like addiction to masturbation. I don't think I'm quite there. I don't think I've ever been there or even kind of close, but I don't even want to even test my luck, because I think there is a beauty to finding fulfillment outside of yourself. I think that includes things sexually, but I think fulfillment is, to me, is more than just like sexual fulfillment, physical fulfillment, mental fulfillment. I feel like all of them kind of work together into one big vat. And so if I am sitting here and I am giving myself pleasure and feeling fulfilled that way, then I'm not going out and doing other things that I am learning to enjoy and love. Where I am sitting in my room doing, fucking jerking off or whatever. And at that point, that's an issue, because I am trying to become a self-fulfilling machine rather than going out and doing and learning new experiences, where I'm being less humane to myself. Become a pastor? Fucking no. If you ever catch me as a part of the Christian church, like as like an authority. I might volunteer with like, you know, like humanitarian groups that are Christian, but I'm not going to work with the Christian church because that shit is stupid. That as the Christian church as an entity, at least in America, is a business that is entirely devoted to making money and hurting other people, which I hate. And gentrifying African nations, which is fucking pathetic. And whitewashing everything. So I have an issue with that. I will not become a pastor. Never. Sad, very sad, very sad. So I'm trying. I got to say something crazy. You can. You feel free. I'm in a position right now where I want to try new experiences, and so that means distancing myself from things I'm comfortable with. That doesn't even have to be like masturbation or whatever. And the reason I got that stroker is because instead of me doing it myself, it is an object performing that on me. And so, one, it is in itself a new experience, but two, I am dissecting the neural pathways that are am I am perfectly fine by myself doing this thing for myself, rather than it is an outside source on me that is doing it. And I can go out, I can seek pleasure somewhere else rather than have the pleasure innately within me. I will never skydive. I need you to know. Look me in the eye. I don't skydive. I don't skydive for multiple reasons. I don't skydive. I don't like roller coasters. I don't like convertible cars, because when I'm in there, I can't control my breathing. The air is coming at me so fast that I can't like take a deep breath, and then my body freaks out because it's like I cannot control my breathing. I can't breathe properly. I hate those. He didn't say drugs. What are we talking about? Oh, I would be very interested to very safely try each drug once I am at a better age. You know? Well, actually, which I'm basically at. Once I am at, I would like to attempt LSD. I would like to attempt cocaine. Would I realistically do it? No, because I don't want to even get close to addiction, because I have the addictive gene in me. But if I'm very safely doing it and learning it, you know, become a butcher, that's kind of, y'all know Defran. Do you guys know who Defran is? Defran was a former Overwatch. Defran was a former Overwatch pro player who stopped, and it was a streamer. He stopped streaming and he fucking started his own farm, and he started working as a farmer. And then he sat there and after like a month, he was like, this shit sucks. I'm happy to be a streamer. I'm going to devote all my time to it. And he went back to streaming, and he's great. I love Defran. The issue that's kind of where I'm at, where I don't want to, like, I'm at a point where I want to go out and do things so I can learn how good I have it right now, you know? He doesn't appreciate cutting up animals for the people. He doesn't. That's okay with him. I mean, he appreciated it. He was just like, this isn't for me. I can stream. I don't need to do this. I care more, and I love what I do more now because I experience the hardship of other stuff. So. And it's fine with it. He's fine. And he's doing well, and I appreciate that for him. No, I won't do that. No thanks. I have one thing that was really nice to hear while I was working this past job is I would be getting many compliments on my interpersonal skills. Create a bomb in your house. I know how to create an IED. Am I going to? No, but I know how to, just so you know. I know how to create a pipe bomb, an IED, anything of those sorts. The issue isn't actually making the thing, it's getting your hands on the equipment. Because a lot of IEDs are very dangerous because they're made with things that are not designed to be explosives or be used in explosives. So that's why they are very dangerous and can kill a lot of people who create them, because you're using parts that are impractical. So don't worry, Sneaky. I know a guy. That's fine. Hey, can you give me some Semtex? Semtex is so easy, man. It's so easy for IEDs. Don't say. I did a lot of research for D&D. Okay, I'm not actually gonna create anything. I don't have any Semtex. I don't have any lead pipes. I don't have anything of the sort. I don't have any casing or what the fuck ever. I have a fucking bidet that I just made. Yeah. What is your occupation? So a lot of people will be like, you're really good at this. You're really good with people. You're really working. You keep it under wraps. All right, all right, all right, all right. So that's fine. I'm not gonna make you say anything. But yeah. But yeah, so a lot of those things, like, I'm at a point where I'm like, I'm good at what I do, whether it's streaming or working with people or what have you. So instead of sitting here and killing myself, I know I'm good and I have this basis and I can learn new things and do well at any job that I would realistically want to do. So I want to start putting my effort towards it and start loving it. When try to become his champion, I want to be the very best. So I'm at a point where it's like, I don't think imposter syndrome. I've never really been plagued with imposter syndrome, thankfully. I've gotten it every once in a while. But right now it's less of, man, I'm bad, I can't do it, I'll never succeed. It's more of, I know I can succeed. I know I can. But I need to find the avenue. I need to find the pathway. For the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. Why did you uppies there? The WBC heavyweight champion of the world should be giving me uppies. But yeah, I need to find the avenue to success. Not only just any success, to the success I want. To the fulfillment that'll get me there, you know? I want to be able to be fulfilled in my life. And that not only includes like being successful and getting money in that, it includes doing things that I want to do. Like, I want to be able to help other people around me, people I care about. Because I know how difficult it is to be in like the situation I'm currently in, where money's tight. Like, a lot of things like that. Things aren't great. Things aren't good. But I want to be at a point where I have enough money to be comfortable so that I can help those around me. I can pay off my debts. I can rent. I can do whatever I need to. But I also have money to where, you know, this person they're doing down. I wanna take them out to lunch. And just, they don't have to pay or anything. We're just gonna go. I'll pick you up. We'll go eat. We'll have a good time, okay? Or like, man, they're struggling for a paycheck. They're struggling for rent. I've had a lot of people help me. I want to be able to help them out. No questions asked. Hey, man, you're like $500 down, or you're 1,000, or however much down. I'll help you out. Here you go. I want to be at a point where I can help people financially, because I have had to be helped financially so much. But I also want to continue being able to help in the ways that I can do. I can help people emotionally, mentally, a lot of those ways in there. It's not as a therapist, but as someone who can offer things similar to a therapist, but not quite that professional level, and a more personal level, you know? Barry, I appreciate you. And Barry, I want you to know that if I ever get hyper successful, or if I get successful enough, I will be moving, and we will be doing things. We will travel. We will do things, because Barry, I love you. I truly do. I know that I do sense a lot of things within you, because a lot of, not necessarily, maybe not turmoil, but you're at kind of a point in your life where you're turning a page. You've hit 30 and you're like, or did you hit 30, or are you about to hit 30? You're basically around 30 and you're sitting there and you're like, what am I doing? And you're at this crossroads between, I want to be who I am, and other people are looking at me and being like, you should be this way or that way, and you feel a lot of this turmoil. B, thank you, Peacock Mantis Shrimp. And I feel like, you know, money's not a, that's an interesting thing that you're in, because you're not, hey, yo, pause. I pause. This year I'll be 30. There's no issue with that, Barry. There's no issue with that. You're at a point in your life where a lot of people have expectation on you to do X, Y, or Z. I don't think money is necessarily a big deal or big issue for you. Maybe it is. I can't say. So you're kind of the opposite of me, where you have this emotional and mental turmoil, or these experiences that you're trying to go through and learn and understand and grow through. And I want to be able to help you with that. I truly do. And if part of that is I'm able to generate enough revenue where I can move to UAE, or I can move out of America, and then we can go on trips, and I can I want to be someone that, like, I don't know, that is able to be there for you more than I already currently am. What the hell, man? Oh, he just wanted to lay down. You know? Remember, just because you're 30, me can't kick someone's ass. Real. B. Thank you, Peacock Mantis Shrimp 200. B. So, I want to be that. I want to be someone, you know? Sorry, I am typing because I'm probably gonna end up start watching the NBA. When do the Spurs play? The Spurs play at 8. Okay. So, yeah, sorry. Sorry, Barry. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to like out you or anything. But no, you're fine. Okay. I'm not trying to psychoanalyze you too hard, but I've picked up on some things, and I'm trying to figure out how I can best be there for you. So, it'd be that way. But yeah, Kat, welcome in. Why the fuck does she support the Warriors? Fuck the Golden State Warriors. Hi, Neutro. No way the Pistons are 28-10. Did you miss me? I missed you so much. I missed you so much I was quivering from the bass. The Pacers suck dick. Wait, the Spurs are good this year? Oh my god. The reason I didn't watch football for a long time is because my two teams, the Pistons and the Spurs, are bad. The Pistons were shit ass like 2 years ago, man. Oh my god. Cat is at Texas Roadhouse and now I'm really hungry. I'm hungry. Look at this food. Look at what Cat is eating, man. I'm getting ready for bed. Don't come at me. Thanks. How's 2 a.m.? Shut up, Neutro. I'm actually about to end the stream here soon because my head's hurting and I need to get more water and medication. And I'm probably gonna take a bath because I feel gross. I told you I feel gross. I woke up sweating from my nap and I was like, oh fuck, it's 2:14. I have to start stream. So could you wait a few minutes? I can wait a few minutes. I'm about to 5 stream. I can wait minutes, yeah. Okay. Cade Cunningham is carrying. Send pics? Oh yeah, she's got a lot of cats. Okay, how does Stream Streak work? How does that even work, man? I have no idea how it works. Oh, he's pointing. Is he put? Oh, he's a guard. Ah. Mm-mm. I'm so hungry, man. Oh, I think it's a 5 minute. So it does it have to be like 5 minutes straight, you know? Oh wait, guys, I need to play a song for us called "Fuck the 49ers" because the Seahawks play the 49ers on Saturday, so it's time for "Fuck the 49ers." Fuck the 49ers. Fuck the 49ers. Fuck the 49. Fuck the 49ers. Fuck the 49ers. Fuck the 49ers. Fuck the 49ers, yo. Fuck the 49ers. And hey, what do you used to do? What do you mean, what did I used to do? Pow, pow, pow. No, pow, 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 pow. Oh yeah. I did quit. So I was a. I'll tell you. I don't really give a fuck. I was a photographer for a company called Universal Church Directories, where basically I go around to random churches in the Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky area, and I would take their photos for their church directory, which is basically like a booklet where that has everyone's like name, address, email address, and phone number for people within the church. And then I would sell them photos. So, it'd be that way. So I guess I figure at least a deist given our combo. I claim agnostic. I claim agnostic right now. So, because it'd be that way. You know, if you're wanting to know genuinely what my I'm not Christian, by the way. Oh no, I'm not Christian. I don't know if I worked with any Christians, I'll be honest. Most of us I just worked in churches. Um I definitely can't call myself Christian in America because American Christian is fucking disgusting. I'm agnostic. I know I believe there's something out there. I believe that there is an intelligent creator. I just don't quite. I don't know if there's anything that I can firmly put my faith into. But not as in like it's bad or whatever, but like my brother in humanity, you're a monotheist, basically. Yeah, you can call me that. Um even I'm not even like necessarily opposed to like um potentially multi, you know? No, it's not that I don't know if he cares about us. That's not the issue. Neutro, you're reading too much into my words. I believe that there is a God out there that did it, and whether or not he, she, it, we, they care about us is I don't get to choose that. It's I don't know if there is one specific religion on earth that can properly encapsulate what it is to worship or put your faith into a god. Because I think religion is not something given by a greater good, by a greater being, by a supernatural being. It's not given to us. It is something that humanity has created and gleaned to try and understand that which is greater. Probably. Some I don't really give a fuck about my label because I don't want to be put in those boxes because who the fuck cares, you know? No one really cares about my thoughts on it. But like what do I say? I think that there are I as I have just studied or observed, I believe that there are parts to things like Islam, Christianity, and whatnot that are very good, that are very proper, that are correct. Whether it be simple things like proverbs or simple like historical stuff. So I believe that there's a lot of truth in a lot of these religions out there. I admittedly am not as well studied on Buddhism and Hinduism, which I'm sad to say, but I should become more studied. The issue is, I think that if you are to have a religion, I don't think there is one thing that specifically sits there and says everything claims that I alone am correct. I alone am correct. These other things are incorrect, which I think is a bastardization by humans, by humanity, where if there has been anything given to us, I don't believe in Mormonism one fucking bit. I don't give a fuck about. I don't believe that Jesus Christ landed in fucking Utah. Just getting that on the table. If we have been giving anything by God, a higher being, whatever, I don't believe that it is able to give us all of the knowledge and information because the fact that we are human and it is a higher being that we cannot properly understand everything that is to do with it. So I believe faith is less of something as I have to fall into this sect. I have to believe this specific thing. I have to be, I don't know, Presbyterian. I'm not allowed to be Catholic or fucking Baptist or whatever. Because I think so often you see that there are just fragments of religion as time goes on where people sit here and say, I'm right, you're wrong. That's not how it really works. Monism IMO makes more sense than poly because power struggles. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. The thing is, I believe there is something out there that is a greater being or greater being. There is something out there. Because you can sit here and a lot of people like to say, oh, the Trinity, which is in Christian and Catholic circles, the Trinity means you're a polytheist. Technically, no, sort of, question mark, kind of. It's not really monotheism, but it's also not really polytheism. certain sects believe different things about it. So it's like, the Trinity. Okay, here's one thing. Here's one thing that this is actually why I have this belief system. The Trinity is not intended, seven-sided hexagon. Exactly. It's not intended to be understood. The Trinity is not something that's intended to be understood. Sorry, someone's knocking on my door, and I ain't open that shit. If they come in here, I'm whipping ass. Hey, buddy. Yeah. So, wow. Where was I? Yeah, that is a thing within the teachings that is not something that is meant to be understood, and so many people try to, which is an issue. And when you try to understand those things that are not meant to be or supposed to be understood, that are incapable of being understood, that's when you run into these issues of like, oh, I don't like everyone's sitting here and saying, we're right, we have to be right. Look, we have all the answers. You literally don't. Your own scripture, your own writings, your own book or whatever teaches against it. You cannot inherently understand everything. Trying to make exact it does feel weird, but it's not because like, oh, we're trying to make it vague or whatever, because that is simply in terms of what is a human mind can comprehend. It is instead what can be written on ink, on paper, what can be understood in the brains of people is not enough to be able to fully encapsulate that which is the knowledge of a greater being. That's my belief. So I think it is impossible to sit here and say only one sect, only one religion is entirely 100% incomprehensibly correct. Because there is always going to be some humanistic meddling within there. So that's my belief. I'm sorry for anyone. I'm trying not to shit on any religion. I think that there are many, many things like within every religion that I have studied that sit there and I say, that is good, that is proper, that is right. Whether it be just basic human stuff or like I can see how this like belief manifests, you know? So I mainly say this because I hope, Barry, you don't think I'm like shitting on Islam or anything of the sorts. And I think some people try to take each individual religion too close to heart. Because I think what is... You're right, Sneaky, I would never think that. Thank you. I feel like I'm not having the right words, so I apologize. And the thing is, if it comes to like, if for some reason, Barry, I know we talk whatever, if we do marry or whatever, I would like, I'd convert. I just want it to be known that no matter what my thought process, at least right now, as it is I don't think engaging in any specific religion is like, is necessarily bad at heart. I don't think engaging in Christianity or being a Christian or being a Muslim or being a Hindu is necessarily bad at heart. I know I just get really uptight because religion is a very sticky subject, so I just like saying that. It's just that I think how I personally, because I'm not a person to discuss it with, I agree. Yes, I know Neutro. I'm aware. The issue is I think many religions have bits and pieces to them that can show truth. But I think they've also been tainted so much by individuals. Maybe not necessarily the writing. Maybe the writing's the same, the exact same. But instead, what if it's the cultural zeitgeist, the belief, maybe the interpretation of a certain passage is completely different than what was intended? Simply because words have changed throughout time. Slang or the zeitgeist has changed the meaning of words over time. So nothing is the same as when it was like intrinsically written or believed or even thought. Yeah, that would be regardless irreligious, exactly. So Also, the big issue I have with Christianity is translations. The English translations are fucking stupid. They're so wrong on so many levels. Hell is not one place. I don't know if hell exists, because hell is never spoken of as a place. It's always Gehenna, um, what is it? Abaddon or something, or one of the other ones. And they are very specifically noted as places on earth to um kind of explain this idea of being without God. It is not a specific place that you go to. There are certain things like the like, you know, the in Revelation it talks about Satan, the devil, and his legion being thrown into the fiery pit. That's a place, but that's not hell. We don't know if that is hell. It doesn't say he's thrown to hell. He's thrown into the fiery pit, the sulfurous, you know, pit, whatever you want to call it. That's not that everyone says that's hell. We don't know if that is. It's not actually said that it is. That is an inference you're making randomly. Trader's Fate and wait, what? Pretty sure Lake of Fire was mentioned in Revelation. It was, but Lake of Fire is not said to be hell. Trader's Fate in Mark? Yeah. Better for him if he wasn't born. It's like you can make your exactly. Like that's one thing I hate. I cannot believe Christianity. I cannot believe modern Christianity simply because it has been so bastardized from what it once was. You can't. This does not speak for like the Quran, or I'm sorry, I'm bad at saying it, or anything like that. The specifically Christianity right now. You cannot sit here and tell me that this book that is supposed to be the divine understanding of all things that saves you and, you know, meets God and whatnot was put together in like however long ago, like 800 AD, by a bunch of quote unquote scholars who said this is canon, the rest isn't. These things are right, this isn't. That is quite literally humanity putting their little fingers and saying this is the correct thing, this thing is right, you have to believe this. And then Catholics think, oh, there's more books that are part of the canon, Protestants think there's less, and it's like, you can't even come to a consensus on that. Why would I sit here and think that these humans who are randomly just putting stuff together, letters that were meant to be for churches in the now Middle East that don't pertain to us, why do I think that that's right and that's for some reason proper and that is just what life should be and that's the truth of the world and the universe and everything outside? That is, I believe, humanity trying to put itself into the seat of God to try and sit there and say, I'm God now, listen to me. And that is trying to take power of something you cannot take power of. You know? You can't do that. That's fucking stupid. I can't believe Christianity because everything in modern day is trickled down and has been so like sifted through, and the entire meaning has changed. The Catholic Church says we're the real Catholic Church because Jesus said, on you, Peter, you are my rock, and on you I will build my church. I'm like, okay, and then everyone sits there and says every priest is a descendant of Peter. How do you know you haven't made a mistake somewhere in the lineage? Also, how do you know that's what was intended? How do you know that that was the intended message that Jesus was saying to Peter? He was speaking that language. Was he speaking? He wasn't speaking Greek, was he? No, I don't think he was. Whatever he was speaking, even if you take the original texts, right? How the fuck do you know that that's what was intended? That it had to be through his lineage? You don't know that. You can't know that. Right? Like, that's the issue. There is so much of that. Dude, I love talking about religion because a lot of people sit there and they're like, I don't really want to talk about this. And I'm like, I get you. I understand. Absolutely. It's so much deeper than anyone can know. But I am obviously a little pussy. So I sit there and I say, well, I have to. I'm going to keep going until I know. And who's to say, okay? Actually, I have a question, Barry. Are there other quote unquote supernatural beings potentially, other than just what would it be? What would we would colloquially call a god? Like in the Bible, you have angels, which are other supernatural beings that we don't encounter. You know, jinns and angels. I didn't know if like angels were in Islam. I'm sorry. I don't know. I haven't. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still learning. They're all subject to God's jurisdiction. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. I know that some things were similar. I'm assuming that's I'm simply going to assume jinns and angels. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna assume that we're all correct. That basic. Um, Everything we hear, the issue. Another thing I have is we know about those, so we know there is more than just God. That is a supernatural entity. Jinns, angels. What is stopping what is stopping anything from being confined to ink on a page in a book? Whether it be the Bible, you have Nephilim. You have angels who procreated with humans to create half human, half angel hybrids. The Nephilim. They supposedly existed. Who is to say that there is not more than just the things that are written in the book? This especially goes for Christianity because I don't understand. I don't really know how the how the Quran was, you know, um put together. I know way more about the early Christian church history. How the hell do we know whether or not there's more? Why would everything be confined into that book? There's most definitely more because God knows way more than can be written into a book because a book is what we as humans can understand. We can read and understand that and comprehend that. God, we cannot comprehend him, which is what I really love about Islam. But what exactly? Thank you, Barry. What benefit is it to us to know? That's what I'm getting at. I think that there is so much more out there. And one thing I really do love about Islam is it's not um it doesn't sit here and say like with everything confined in here in this book is the truth and there is nothing more outside of it. What I like about it, it says maybe not specifically, but the vibe I get is very everything like you don't need to know more. Why would you can't? So this is what you need to know. And I think that's great. But then I have the issue of man, kind of weird for Christianity since the son only died for humanity. No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you could say that God created the world and he probably is eloquent enough to communicate a message in Arabic, Hebrew, Kayan, Greek, yeah, whatever. Yes, he would be eloquent enough to communicate it. But the thing is, what you could consider the intellect, the brain of God, is so much more vast and so much more than whatever we as humans can comprehend. So, yes, he could communicate it to us, but if he communicated to us, it's not the fact that what he speaks is indecipherable. Maybe the idea of what he communicates to us would get us fucking killed immediately. Why did Moses have to not look at God when he went up to the top of Mount Sinai in that story? Because if he laid eyes on God, he would get fucking killed post haste as fast as you could ever know. So then why, I'm pretty sure what our God probably knows how much our brain can handle, even with how much info we have. We can't comprehend a lot of things happening. Exactly. That's what I believe. I agree. Why didn't he give us UV vision? Why didn't he give us infrared? Exactly. Yeah, he could have. What good? Yeah, exactly. So much of what humanity has been given from a higher being has to be boiled down to a pithy, pathetic way for us to understand. Because we as people, while we may be the top of this food chain and have intellect beyond all the animals' wildest dreams, we are still nothing. We are still so lowly to that of the intellect of God or other supernatural beings. You know? So like that gets me to the book, would be the Quran, the Bible, the Pentateuch, which is a part of the Bible, the Tetragram, anything like that, Tetragrammaton, anything like that. What's to say that any of those contains everything that is necessary? Why is it that one of them is correct but the others aren't? I have a lot against the Bible. Specifically, I have so much against the Bible. But what is to say that one is correct but one isn't? What if this is just a hot pot idea that I had. What if they were created specifically to the people group that they were targeted to? So that they would understand, because the cultures are different. And then what if since then certain, or maybe all of them, certain ones have become corrupted, or there has been too much human input into how they are interpreted, so that we don't know in modern day what the truth is, you know? Quran. I was sent not to the dogs, but to the lost sheep of Israel. Yeah. Aw, yeah, Barry, you do make things like I'm sitting here and I have so many weird thoughts, but you very eloquently are able to just put it out there. And I love that. I do love that. So like, and okay, so in the Gospels, yes, you do see that. And then we see a bastardization of that in today, where Netanyahu or anyone else who is on in Israel, they treat the Palestinians and they call them dogs. But what if it was not sent to the dogs, as in, they are lesser or worse, but because you can compare dogs and you can compare lost sheep. Let me tell you, even speaking in biblical terms, dogs are way more capable, and sheep are the fucking bottom rung, stupid dumbass of the animal kingdom. Why would they send it to the dogs when the people who need it are that of what Israel was? Completely lost, brainless, nothing there. You don't feed sheep bones. Dogs can chew on harder topics or harder things. Maybe they get it somewhere that is that is differently spoken to them. Maybe they receive that knowledge that they need in that way, in a different way. There's no reason to say that the dogs are worse or lesser because you're fucking sheep. You literally can't do anything. You will kill yourself if one of the other ones does it. So that's why I hate that they sit there and they say, oh yeah, the Palestinians are dogs. Guess what? They're better than you. You're fucking dumbass nothings that are gonna kill yourself because you're sheep. Not only that, you're sheep that are lost. You don't know where you're going. You're aimlessly moving. You literally need anything sort of guidance. So stop acting like you know what's right. That's what I'm saying. I hate that. I hate that so much. And so it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say on that other than that. Oh, it drives me crazy. You know? Because the people who sit, if you ever hear anyone say that they or their like minority that they're a part of or their people group that they're part of is better than any other one, I can almost guarantee it comes from a flawed interpretation of a religious passage. And that those people are the exact people that are spoken of in that religious passage, where they are the stupidest, dumbass, fucking lowest bottom rung of the ladder. But they sit there and they think they're better. Does Christianity have signs of the end days? Yes, they do. There's an entire book called Revelation, is the final book of the Bible, and it is was it who wrote Revelation? I forget. Wasn't David, was it? John. John did it. Okay, so one of the main prophets, one of the four gospel writers, John, saw a vision of the end times, or people attribute it to John. Not people don't really know. You're right. It is an unknown author, but many people attribute it to John. The author received, they say they received a vision from God. Kill yourself. I'm talking about religion. Is it a good read? I actually quite like it. Oh, Barry. Let me play a song for you. Barry, do we... Hey, Barry. Would you be interested in me just reading Revelation on stream one day? That'd be cool. Barry, you know this song? Yeah. You know where this comes from? This comes from Revelation 17 in the Bible. The great harlot and the beast. The 17th chapter. One of the seven angels who had... I'll pull this up. One of the seven angels who had the seven bowls came and talked with me, saying to me, "Come, I will show you the judgment of the great prostitute who sits on many waters." This is I think this is MEV. Which was, I saw a woman sitting on a scarlet beast, which was full of blasphemous names, having 7 heads and 10 horns. There sat a 7-headed beast, 10 horns raised from his head. It's literally from this. Yeah. The issue with this is, hey, and were you raised Christian?
I was raised fucking Baptist. I was raised in a cult town that sided with the SBC. I fucking hate it.
Anyway. So yes, I was raised Christian. Protestant particularly. Baptist particularly, which is fucking the shit-ass bootlickers. She's a dwelling place. Legit question. If I read Mark, what do you think I should read the next in the Bible? Damn. I think you should stay in the New Testament. Okay, how much have you read? Have you only read Mark? The thing with Mark is the punchiest, easiest to read book in the New Testament, because it's literally said, Jesus did this, next page, Jesus did this, next page, Jesus did this, next page. It's just boom, boom, boom. Quickest, fast-paced. B, what up, Peacock Mantis Shrimp? Welcome back. Mark is cool and all, but it is not deep. It is not difficult to understand. Mark is so fucking easy to get through. It literally has 3 endings. Yeah, that's true. We don't talk about that. Stay in the New Testament. Let's see. What are the books of the New Testament? Okay. Let me break down how the New Testament works for you, okay? You have the 4 Gospels, right? Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Then you have Acts, which is kind of on its own. Then you have the letters that Paul wrote, that we know Paul wrote to certain churches, which go from Romans to Philemon. So Romans, 1st, 2nd Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1st, 2nd Thessalonians, 1st, 2nd Timothy, or individuals, 1st, 2nd Timothy, Titus, and Philemon. Then you have other epistles, which are the letters that someone wrote to churches or individuals, but we don't necessarily know who. Or we know who, and they just wasn't Paul. That's Hebrews through Jude. And then you have Revelation. So, like, if you haven't read the other Gospels, I would say read the other Gospels. Yeah. They're, like, we know who wrote 1st and 2nd Peter and 1st and 2nd John. I think it was, whatever. We know who wrote some of those and whatnot, but it wasn't Paul. I would say read the rest of the Gospels and then Acts, because that gives you a really big baseline for a lot of the Bible. Because everything from most things from the Old Testament flow into the Gospels, and then the rest of the New Testament flows out of the Gospels. It's like an hourglass. But yes, so this is the end times. What the issue is that the whole book of Revelations was who we believe was written by John, but whoever it was, they saw a vision by God, and it was much of it was nonsensical. Much of it was like like these, we see these lions with 10 eyes and giant wings, you know, and we have these 7 bulls of God's wrath, and we have the plague. That we also have the 4 horsemen of, what is it, war, pestilence, apocalypse, and the other one, and famine. You have what we call the Leviathan, and then the beasts of the earth. And it's a lot of these things that you don't understand, and it's difficult to understand, but so many people have claimed to try to know it. But the number one thing that I hate about the people, Christians, who say they know about the end times are, let me find the passage. There is a passage in Matthew 24, Matthew 24:36, which says, and I quote, but about that day or hour, which is talking about the end times, the second coming of Jesus Christ, about that day or hour, no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, only the Father. The Son being Jesus. Jesus was, in the Bible, it says Jesus came during the New Testament, the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, are written about Jesus coming to the earth and dying on a cross so that everyone can be saved and that everyone can go to heaven when they die. Okay, that's basically it. The second time Jesus comes, it will not be beautiful and to save it. It will be to save everyone, but it'll be to save the followers of Jesus. And they will go up. And then everyone else will be killed. The issue is, Jesus doesn't know when he's coming back in the story. Only God the Father. The angels don't know. Jesus doesn't know. Literally nobody knows, not even the person who's being sent. And the issue is, so many people say, oh, we have these signs. We have these signs of the end times. It's going to happen. The issue is, they don't know. It is specifically written in Matthew that they do not fucking know when the second coming of Jesus Christ is going to be. The signs are there not so you see them and you anticipate the apocalypse. The signs are there so that you look back and you say, these were the signs we should have seen. So we both agree that Jesus will return. Christians, yes, that is what Christians believe. Wait, is that how it is in Islam? Isn't Jesus not... Isn't he simply just a prophet and he's not God in Islam? The Son not anointed my head and for the Trinity? Yeah, I agree. Now we're just listening to good music. He's a messenger who is saved from crucifixion. Oh. He's definitely... I knew he wasn't God. Right down into the night. He says, hey, you were wrong about me? Barry, feel free to also... I like YouTube being able to tell me these things because Barry is someone who's been raised in it and lives in a very Islamic centered culture. And then Neutro is someone who has done a lot more research than I and knows a lot more than I. So I get both of those sides. I love that. Sorry for the typos. Don't apologize. I should have been to stream already, but I've been talking, so. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. That's a big thing. The Trinity is fucking stupid because everyone in churches are like, we understand, we know the real truth. Bitch, you can't comprehend the Trinity. My streak still isn't extended? Damn. Yeah, get fucking trolled. Get trolled, lol. Yeah, you made me keep streaming. Okay, cool. Check Discord. I'm checking Discord. To the wall. To the crowd. That's so fucking funny. Get fucked. Ah. Like everyone in America has been like, "Oh, this is the Christian church was like Barack Obama getting getting elected as president is Jesus is the sign of the end times. He's the Antichrist. They said and during World War II, where the communist regime is, or well, after World War II, the communist regime is the Antichrist, or what? Basically, Christianity has become a political weapon to sit there and say whatever I don't like or agree with is the Antichrist. So believe me, and we will go to war and kill them. And I'm like, you don't even know what the fucking book you read is, do you? What a scam, real. You don't get to know what the fucking Antichrist is, you dumbass. Not even Jesus knows when he's coming back, so how the hell do you know what the Antichrist is? You fucking stupid. My grandparents believe that nuclear winter is going to be the end of the world, and that's the apocalypse. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, how the fuck do you know? How the fuck do you know? Shut your dumb ass up. My grandfather was a pastor. The false messiah, basically, yeah, the Antichrist, the false messiah, yeah, one of many names. You preach this shit. You preached this shit weekly, and you don't even read. Hey, yo, this is cool, dude. It's crazy, right? Yeah, the scourge of socialism and communism. We must defeat it.
While that so says the guy in charge of Argentina who is getting $40 billion in handouts.
Yeah, sure. That's yeah, that's not socialism or communism. So Christianity is so flawed. It is. So, ooh, you got me talking a lot about religion, man. I don't know, man. It is hell. Yeah, I love this, dude. Boom, boom. What's your favorite 3 Days Grace song? I think my favorite album is fuck it. What is it? The Transit of Venus. I love Chalk Outline. Broken Glass is really good. So I can't control my anus. Oh, actually no. I think Life Starts. No, Life Starts Now is my favorite. Fuck, I forgot how much I love Life Starts Now. Life Starts Now is so good. Is there any gospel order you recommend? So each gospel is very different. I'll explain the 4 gospels for you pretty quickly, okay? Mark is punchy, is quick. There is not much fluff. It says basically Jesus did this, and then he did this, and then he did this, and then this happened, and then this happened. It's very quick, very easy. Such an easy read. Luke was a doctor. He was a physician. So matching that, when he wrote it, he matched that, and he is a much more technical writer. He includes a lot more details that other people wouldn't. Things that go around. Fuck, what's the difference between Matthew and John? Oh yes, Matthew is one that is very focused on the Old Testament and how the Old Testament becomes fulfilled through Jesus, is what they say. So it takes a lot of the Old Testament teachings because Matthew's gospel is designed for a Jewish audience. Mark's is for the Gentile, the Greeks, the Romans. Luke is the technical one. And then John is less of like Jesus did this, Jesus did that. He's kind of the other side to Mark, where he is a lot more philosophical in what he talks about. So it kind of depends. All of them, there's not really one that's best to read in order. It's just they have different styles. So know that going in. Alienation is my fave. 1X is I think the most popular, but I like Alienation. That's a good one. Wait, Alienation is. When was that? Yeah. I hate everything. Oh. Life Starts Now is so good. Oh, I love Outsider too. I haven't listened to Alienation as much as I wish I did, you know? So, the thing that breaks my heart is that Mark is the easiest yet frustratingly. It is. So if you want more detail, read Luke. Luke's a lot of detail. After that, I would read Acts, because Acts is a kind of nice end cap to the Gospels. Acts is very much, all right, all this is here, and now we get to what happened after Jesus. And it kind of continues the story very well that way. And it kind of talks about the people who are after Jesus in history. And then after then, I'd probably honestly say Revelation, because here's the thing. I think 70% of, maybe more, so 70, like, so much of the New Testament is just letters that were written to people or churches after Jesus died. So to get the real story, you really only need the Gospels, Acts, and then in Revelation. After then, the letters are like, how should you act? How should the people behave? What are we doing wrong? Please, spiritual leader of Peter, Paul, whatever, please teach me how to be better. That's what all the letters are. So that's Romans through Jude. Romans through Jude. So you don't really need those as much if you're going for the story. That's more of the teachings that people follow, whatnot. After you do all of that, I would then go back. So after you do Gospels, Acts, Revelation, I would take those and I would go back to specifically Genesis, especially, and then you will be able to see, oh, Genesis says this thing is going to happen. Oh, it happened here in the New Testament. Oh, this was fulfilled by Jesus. Oh, this was fulfilled here. This was fulfilled with Judas. This was fulfilled here. You can see that. If you want one of my personal favorite books of the Bible, Judges. I love Judges. Judges is awesome because it's literally these guys, the people of Israel are fucked everything up. They fucked everything up, and then God sends someone to judge them, and then they get mad, and people die, and awful things happen. And then and then they're like, oh, and then everyone repents, and then they love God, and then they do shit again, and then they sends another judge. My favorite is the one who, okay, what is it? Left-handed judge. What was his name? Ehud. Ehud's really funny. Ehud's a really funny judge because the Israelites were under a king who they got they were under Eglon, King Eglon, and Israel was being oppressed. And so to save them, God sent Ehud, who was a left-handed guy. And I have to show you this in Facecam. And what's really funny is the way Ehud saves everyone is everyone carried their sword on their left hip, so that you would take your sword out with your right hand and then stab, right? Ehud was left-handed, so he was able to sneak a sword into the fucking castle on his right hip. So no one everyone's like, you ain't got a sword on your left hip, you're good, man. So instead, he goes up to the king, and he says, King, I have to talk to you. And then he's left-handed, so he pulls his sword out and kills the king. The thing is, he stabs the king. The king is so fat that all of his fat envelops the sword. So he sticks the sword in, and then the sword stays in as it sinks in, and the fat overcomes it. And then the king dies. And that's the story of Judges 3. Isn't that funny? That's my favorite story. That's one of my favorite stories in the Bible. He sneaked past the guards because he had his sword on his other hip, and then he stabbed the king. And the king was so fat that it spilled out and consumed the sword, and it killed him. Dude, it's fucking awesome. I fucking love that story. All right, well, okay. I've given. Okay. You want me to read this? I'll read this for you. We'll read this together. Again, the Israelites did evil in the eyes of the Lord. And because they did this evil, the Lord gave Eglon, king of Moab, the Moabites, power over Israel. So Israel was under the power of this guy, King Eglon, getting the Ammonites and Amalekites to join him. So a lot of people came in, they attacked Israel and took possession of the city of palms. The Israelites were subject to King Eglon of Moab for 18 years. Again, after this, the Israelites cried out for help, and he gave them a deliverer, Ehud, a left-handed man, son of Gera, who's a Benjamite. You don't fucking care about that. The Israelites sent him as tribute to King Eglon. Now, Ehud had made a double-edged sword about a cubit long, which is a few feet, I think, which he strapped to his right thigh under his clothing. He presented the tribute to Eglon, who was a very fat man. After Ehud had presented the tribute, he sent on their way those who had carried it. So he said, goodbye, everyone. Everyone, please leave. Let me speak alone to the king. Please let me speak alone to the king. But on reaching the stone images near Gilgal, he himself went back to Eglon and said, Your Majesty, I have a secret message for you. Oh, sorry. And the king said, leave us. And everyone left the room. So it's just the king and just Ehud. Ehud had approached him while he was sitting alone from the upper room of his palace and said, I have a message from God for you. As the king rose from his seat, Ehud reached with his left hand, drew the sword from his right thigh and plunged it into the king's belly. Even the handle sank in after the blade, and his bowels discharged. Ehud did not pull the sword out, and the fat closed in over it. Then Ehud went out to the porch. He shut the doors of the upper room behind him and locked them. When the king died, he shat himself. Ehud left the sword, and the sword enveloped in the guy's stomach. And then Ehud left and locked the door. After he had gone, the servants came and found the doors of the upper room locked. They said, he must be relieving himself in the inner room, in the bathroom. He must be taking a shit. They waited to the point of embarrassment, but when he did not open the doors of the room, they took a key and unlocked them. They were like, he's probably taking a shit. And they started waiting. And they waited. And they waited. And they waited. And they're like, maybe we should check on him. They did, and they saw him dead. While they waited, Ehud got away. He passed the stone image, whatever. And then after that, Israel went in and killed all of the Moabs. How long is a cubit? Oh, wait. A cubit is actually really short. The cubit is about half a meter long. About half a meter. So, yeah, half a meter. So that's one of my favorite stories of the Bible because of how fucking crazy it is. I love Hailstorm. So do I. Even if I don't believe it all, dude, there are some crazy stories in the Bible. You have to work. My head is hurting. I need to go drink a lot of water and take a shower. You're right. So I need to go to bed. Thank you, Barry. I appreciate you. I love you. I love you, Neutro. I hope you guys rest well. I do need to eat. I actually do need to eat. I had a couple of these Kinder biscuits for breakfast. I need to actually eat something. So I'm going to make some food. So I love you too. Rest well, everyone. I will not be streaming tomorrow, but I will stream on Saturday and Sunday. Okay? Tomorrow I have D&D and I have to go do stuff, whatever. So love you all. And yes, we do need cat pictures. But take your time. You need to sleep, okay? So, love you. Good night. So, bye-bye. Bye-bye, my lovelies.
All right, who done it? You did. They all did it.
Make sure you take off your makeup if you have any.
Want to know who killed Mr.
We don't want anyone breaking out, okay?
In the hall.